to today's show of BDT My Center, and you can see the smiles on my face. I know a lot of Nigerians, especially football-loving Nigerians, are already smiling, and it's very obvious. If you check through the headlines, you see Super Eagles, our team, they're trending, and kudos to the team for a job well done. It shows that their World Cup hope is alive once more, and we are not there yet, but we are hopeful that we'll get there. With me to talk more on this is Ibrahim Abubakar. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How was the feeling yesterday?
It was elevating, not to downplay what has happened, but it was a very good one. I enjoyed myself.
Wow. Iniobong, how was the feeling yesterday?
Good afternoon. I was happy. Before there was so much talk about this giving us to be a big fight, but our boys showed that we are truly ahead of them.
It was actually a big fight because I could recall, on paper, Gabon was like walkover, but it didn't look like walkover because we thought we are ahead, and before they equalized. I was like, what is going to happen? And at that moment, Victor Osimhen saw he had the opportunity to bury the game, and a lot of Nigerians will feel that the Super Eagles have come. For me, my tension was high that night. I was saying, what is this? Because I could recall I was doing a draft for the story, and I keep editing. I said, what is all these things? Ibrahim, what was going through your mind at that time when Osimhen lost that sitter and the game went into extra time?
So a backstory. So a friend came around and he was looking for an apartment. We were just moving around. We watched the game together now to like 60 minutes, and because we couldn't get the landlord to come over and all of that. Eventually, when the landlord came and we were moving around all of that, the Nigeria scored. We're like, oh, thank God, Super Eagles has scored. We're winning this game. Let's go back and finish this game. We went back in, sat in my room, and then they equalized. I was just down, like, what is this? Let's just be going home, the way it is. Like, let's go over and leave this thing and let people that are serious, go represent Africa or Asia or whatever. Then, Osimhen got that 1-on-1 chance.
That would have been the last kick
of the game. And he missed it. Osimhen typically, we know, misses what you think he probably scored. He prefer giving it, if you look at more than half of his goals, are goals that you think are difficult to score. So just it happened. Then I switched on the television. God, we'll go firehouse. So we then in the press all of this, the second goal came. Osimhen made it 3. Just watching on my phone, and it was.
And you were relieved.
I was relieved. Let's see if we're playing Onana's Cameroon or we're playing DR Congo. Then I watched the game with Congo and Cameroon too, and it was also very, very entertaining. On Sunday, hopefully our boys will get to do the wonders.
Yeah, what will you say went well for the team? Because I noticed that the starting lineup, Seydou, Sanusi got back to the starting role. Benjamin Frederick was the central role with Calvin Bassey, and Osai, a fantastic player. And we saw a long time played like this for the national team. There was sort of unity, there was sort of coordination. Even the first half they didn't score, but they created chances. So what do you think went well for the guys? Is it the coach formation, or there was a personal agreement with the boys that we need to get this job done?
I think the guys have their mind to qualify for the World Cup. Knowing the fact that I thought they didn't play well at the beginning of the qualifying matches.
And the qualifiers.
They realized they need to buckle up and coach if they actually want to play the World Cup. And they are missing it's the coaching problem that we had at the beginning of the qualifying stage actually affected us. So when the hype of when other teams started celebrating that they have qualified for the World Cup, and our players actually they don't realize the implication of not being to the World Cup.
Yeah, listen, I don't know that.
What is being on their career, looking at their age, next 4 years, will they still qualify? So they decided to buckle up, and we brought in a coach who has been able to stabilize the team. He has won, played 6 matches or 7 matches. He has won 5 or so. So they have been winning. Yesterday they went, despite the Gabonese didn't well in the qualifying. They had 25.
Yeah, they did actually well. They did very well. Just unfortunately they had to go up the playoff.
Behind Cote d'Ivoire.
You can imagine.
So, and the free scoring side, and inspired by
Abubakar, yeah,
experienced Gabon striker. So he's now in Marseille. At 6 years old, he has been.
But he was never a threat yesterday.
Exactly. I have to check the list again to see if he was in the team.
Yeah, but this young guy, Benjamin.
Frederick, no, fantastic player with Gabon Bassi. Yes.
I don't think Abubakar had 1 or 2 shots on target, maybe only 1 on target. What actually worked well for us yesterday for that? First of all, our guys had determination, and they wanted to win. If you look at the first half, we created so many scoring chances.
Yes.
By after the end of the first half,
we dominated play.
We'll have trying to go up.
At least, yes.
The brilliant.
And the keeper made some fantastic saves. Yes.
The brilliant heroic of the Gabonese goalkeeper.
Yes.
And then Chile went for 4-4-2 formation. A lot of Nigerians prefer that. They say 3-5, 4-3-3 is best. Uwobi and the midfield and the flanks behind.
Yeah, Chukwueze and Lookman.
The thing is that they came with 3-5-2. They wanted to choke the midfield, but Chukwueze always tried to complement the effort of the Uwobi and Chukwueze forward it.
Yes, it's just complement of the midfielders. Yes,
we didn't have, and of course, it was 4-4-2, but then the defenders often come to support the midfielders. So end of the day, it's more like we had 5 men in the midfield also, so we could challenge them. So their plan was to retain the pace of play in the midfield, and now spread from there. But our guys too, our coach and our players should also, even if you are playing at the back, fall back to the midfield, because the battle was at the midfield. So we had the game going for us. I went towards like 10 minutes. I knew that we'd be able to contend and defeat them because those goals didn't come in. In the second half, they took the game to us. They played us second half, and our guys
they came out for us.
Actually, they string 2, 3, 4 passes together until when that goal came from Akko.
The Akko was like a player who is desperate to score. He was like a hungry striker, and I could recall that immediately Chile removed him. I feared there would be a problem, and if immediately was removed, because the best form of defense is to attack. Because when you remove Akko, you have Osimhen, 2 hungry players up front. He's going to put a threat to the Gabonese defense. But immediately Akko was pulled out. Those guys came back and they started attacking. And before you know it, they scored.
And the goal came from even
deflection.
At the point where we are on us, and they were running at us.
Yeah, it's what they do.
Our guys did not even know what was holding, what was happening. They were throwing everything at us, and our guys were shaking. So until that, but what actually we had our guys had the confidence, the experience of. I think they wanted to.
The confidence worked.
They wanted to soak them, then catch them.
Counter-attack, yeah.
Look at when they collapsed. Look at the pass that they gave to Osimhen.
Sweet pass.
That if he scored, that would have been last pick of the
game. Yeah, it would have been the end of the game.
So they're a good side, but if you look at the quality of our team, the quality of the players we had, obviously we surpassed them.
Because before the game, it was a headline between Abubakar and Victor Osimhen. You understand?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it proved that Osimhen is a world-class striker. Any day, anytime.
So you hear
the headline. You
hear it from me today that probably after Hakimi's CAF Best Player Award, we'll probably have Osimhen because he's been fantastic this season.
Yes.
And he maybe last season, because he played in Turkey as a lone player, they don't want to and you look at what Hakimi has done.
You say he's in line for the next CAF player.
Exactly.
The next one after this.
The next one after this, because obviously Hakimi should have that in the bag with what he did with PSG. Osimhen has done it. He's proven over time, every time, all day, that he's that striker I can call on to come and give you a win, give you goals, not just 1 goal, 2 goals, more than 2 goals. That 3 points, he didn't just 1 goal call of me, he did it against Liverpool, he did 3 goals call of me, he did it against Ajax. He can give you that result.
Scoring
Goals, back-to-back goals. The matter of fact is currently the highest goal scoring African player in Europe.
Yes. And I go score in Champions League.
In the Champions League. So, and in 2025, or should I say this season, he has also keep on that momentum. I feel like this is the time we tend to also back our own, because you know how it is in Europe, in Asia, in America, where you see a player doing well. For example, you see the likes of Yamal. Yamal scored 9 goals in the league last season, and you're calling for him to be the world best player. 9 goals.
So I think we should be mentioning Osimhen's name for Ballon d'Or, world best player.
Thank you very much. No, because you look at it from this angle that if we do not, prioritize our own that is doing well, English media, Western media will not do it for us. They won't do it for us. There was a time Manikari was praised as the next best thing after Pixar. The guy did wonderfully well. He left Newcastle for Liverpool to West Ham. He's currently playing in the Division 2 in the French league. So these are some of the things I feel like we need to be doing now. He's doing well. Let's sing his praise. If he's not performing well, let's call his name. But right now that he's doing well, let's put him out there. This is not he's currently the deadliest striker in the world, not in Africa, in the world. So, but we want to argue, what's his name, Alan. But you see the kind of goals Osimhen scores. It's
fantastic. It's fantastic.
The competition where you have exactly. The competition where you have Alan and Osimhen is stopping. So you can't just brush out.
If it was a Brazilian, probably
you know what I'm saying. If you
imagine how
so going into because the CAF playoff, we are not. Is that I think we've sealed the qualification for the next year's World Cup. But I told people, the biggest hurdle is to skate through the CAF playoff, because when we skate through the CAF playoff, and a lot of Nigerians, inclusive myself, we're like, thank God that DR Congo were able to stop Cameroon for us, because Cameroon were like our nightmare. Cameroon, I remember how Ghana stopped us the last time from qualifying for the World Cup. You know, when you hear Ghana, you hear Cameroon, it doesn't matter their form. Once you hear Nigeria, it's like, hey, we are going to kill them.
Right.
Now, DR Congo, got that vital win over Cameroon. And now we are playing DR Congo on Sunday. So, do you feel that this DR Congo haven't eliminated Cameroon? Do you feel that they are threats for Nigeria on Sunday? Right?
Well, actually, everything we're playing at this point are a threat to our vision to qualify for the World Cup. Because if you look at I watched the game a little bit last night, and you see the Cameroons are really good, but DR Congo was able to soak in that pressure, wait it out till they got that goal. So, and if you look at the Nigerian game too, we considered in the 80-something minutes.
9 minutes, yes.
9 minutes. So you see, and DR Congo scored within that range, 291. So if Nigeria could, soak in the pressure, hold on to play, and make sure that DR Congo, by 70-80 minutes, we're already leading them by at least a goal or two. Then we can say, okay, we need this game. They are a team that are very good defensively. They want to also hold on to the threat of Osimhen and Akko and whoever is coming against them from the national Nigerian team. I believe that we can scale through the local qualification,
the CAF
playoff, but we need not overlook, downplay the strength of the DR Congo team. They scored wonderfully well too during the qualifier.
Iniobong, looking at yesterday's lineup, me I'm particularly impressed with Benjamin Frederick. For me, aside Osimhen scoring the 2 goals, but he did very well at the back line. And also, I'm also impressed with Chidera Ejuke, because it was the way that second goal was like a lifeline for us. It was the goal that brought the life from the team. And if you are to, what advice will you give Chile? You will advise him to still maintain the same squad, or to tweak it, because Chukwueze had a very good game yesterday. Lookman have not, since he has not had good game. And will you advise the coach to, maintain the same lineup, or just tweak it a bit, especially with between Chukwueze and Lookman, and maybe to give Chidera a starting role.
I think tomorrow match, Sunday match, he is suspended.
Yes. He's like yes. But you have
there's Ralph, there's the other Oyeka, there's the other Oyedika there. So
we have Frank Onyeka, Onyedika too.
So many of them coming to. I think the guy that plays in Oyedika seems to be the better option. Better. Him can distribute the ball better than now. Oyeka, the Brentford guy is good in acting, in marking, but he may not be the best in terms of distribution of the ball. Right, up front, as I think up front, I will still go to with the same formation of Chukwueze. To start at the right,
at the flanks.
Maybe Chukwueze really had the best of game yesterday. We want to probably bring in Simon, then but maybe or bring in Simon instead of from the flank. Simon should play from this side, and Chukwueze from this side. Then maybe put Lookman and Ademola on the bench. I think Lookman had a better game than Chukwueze.
So then again, I think Lookman is not the type of player you want to bring on to change a game. I'm not sure he was able to do that in his career. So it's better you start a Lookman to play, then take him off when you've read the game. You see that okay, this guy probably is not playing his best now. Let's take him off. Let's bring in someone else. Because again, if you look at Lookman this season, he's been going through a lot mentally. We might not see it physically, but he's been going through a lot mentally. From trying to leave Atalanta to having he
has a new manager now.
But they've not played together. I'm not sure they even had a training. He had left Atalanta before the manager came in. So he was going to Atalanta to meet a new manager. But before that, or prior to that, he has been having issues back to back with the Atalanta team and the boardroom, or probably the manager. So I think he needs to see a psychologist, or if the NFL, the Nigerian team has a psychologist on ground that they can just talk to him. Yeah, because
we themselves need psychologists.
So I think Ademola Lookman cannot give us his best now, probably because of what is going on in his life. Is it that he's not playing at all, or he's starting? He's not the kind of player I feel you want to bring on to change a game. Probably for example, let's assume we're playing a draw, or the DR Congo team is leading the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And Lookman is not the player you want to bring on to change the game.
A more compact team. The DR Congo side is a very good player, very good individual players. Doing better than the Congo. The
Gabonese
have a compact defense. This guy from Wan-Bissaka. Playing to as well as I think yesterday's game was balanced, was evenly balanced between the two teams. Just that the Congo, the DR Congo took that chance, that corner and the chance. Forgotten. They are the captain. I think the first name is Chance, but he took that. Not that the ball went to the net.
I want to say
at some point, Cameroon thought they would have won the match.
Yeah.
So it will be a more probably more maybe you may say tougher game for us, because both of them will know if you win this
game, you are moving to the
international playoff. It should not be an easy game. DR Congo will not. They will come at us.
Yeah.
And I know our boys would have superior experience, and to share there, we'll take our chances. But they have to take their chances.
I think the only thing that should be changing is probably Ndidi that is not playing, and Chukwueze.
I want to ask quickly, because you can't take out the role of the bonus, the money that was paid. Before now, those guys refused to train. But do you think, getting paid was a very big motivation for the players?
I know you know. I know you know the answer to that question already. Money motivates. So, so if you're giving a bonus to the players, especially if they're clamoring for it, blowing out the NFL.
And you saw the way they came out yesterday, like
you saw the game, like so, at some point I was like, this is not the Nigeria I was familiar with. We're scoring 4 goals. The last game before yesterday, we scored 4 goals.
Yes.
Now we're scoring 4 goals. So it's not like we don't have the quality in the team. As a matter of fact, during the qualifier, Nigeria is the second most expensive team on the continent after Morocco.
After Morocco.
You understand? So the NFF, the bodies involved, the managers, the board, they should be doing the right thing.
The advice the NFF should please solve any
financial issues should be sorted.
They need to be focused.
They need to be restored, give them the best of hotels.
We are not there yet.
Yeah.
We are hopeful to get there. Just one more question. What's scoreline we predict between Nigeria and DR Congo?
3-1.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Iniobong.
And Nigeria will win. I see Nigeria winning 2-0.
So who are the likely goal scorers?
Peter Osimhen.
People say success is a friend of all. Everybody's calling. Even at the pitch, you can be hearing the fans say, "Osimhen, Osimhen." For me, that alone is a drive for him.
Booster, yeah.
He's been loved, and I recall when he said when he missed that sitter, he apologized to his colleagues and said, "Guys, I'm so sorry, but I assure you, I will make it up in the extra time." And which he did. And for me, kudos to Super Eagles. Kudos to the team.
The DR Congo side, they actually lost. They were leading their group before Senegal came to.
Yeah.
They're 1 point ahead of them. Senegal had 1 point. I qualified 1 point. I think Senegal had 26, 25. So it should be
a tough game.
A tough match, but I expect the experience our guys to be able to.
Okay, the experience. Wow. I'm still happy. For me, I'm so happy. We hope you enjoyed today's show. And like I said the last time, let's keep praying that Super Eagles of Nigeria gets the Intercontinental Playoff and hopefully be at next year's World Cup. Thank you so much. I will hope by next week it will be jubilation that, okay, yes, we've sealed the ticket for Intercontinental Playoff. My name still remains Anthony. Thank you for staying tuned for BDTV Match Center. Ibrahim, thank you for always being on ground. Thank you so much. Pray for Super Eagles that will get the World Cup ticket. Thank you. Bye for now.
I am, of course, a great admirer of the impeccable credibility, professionalism, and business savviness of BusinessDay. If you really mean business in Nigeria, start your day with BusinessDay.
BusinessDay is West Africa's leading provider of business intelligence and information, delivering premium content across diversified media platforms, including online, mobile, and print. Since its inception in 2001 with a weekly newspaper production, BusinessDay has expanded its reach to provide exclusive content accessible through print, mobile, and online channels. Our premium offerings are further enriched with syndicated content from esteemed